Peace and love, family. Thank you for flowing with me today. We are on day 3 of our 7-day yoga challenge. We're going to start in a seated position, sitting with a tall spine, connecting with our body, connecting with our breath. Taking this time to set our intention, our sankalpa. My intention, my affirmation for today's practice is, I flow with ease and freedom. I flow with ease and freedom. I flow with ease and freedom. We're taking this moment to tune into our breath, tune into our body, tune into how we feel today. And we're going to start to invite some love into our neck by just drawing circles in the air with our nose. And we can allow those circles to stay small or to get bigger gradually. Finding a good range of motions for ourselves. Feeling all those crinkles and cracks. And whenever you're ready, you can start to rotate in the opposite direction. And we can find our way to center. We're going to inhale those arms up wide, stretching through the fingertips. Inhaling. And it will allow the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more rounds and I'm going to stay hands here. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, arms wide. Palms to touch. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We're going to place our hands at our elbows. So we're just going to do like a swimming motion back, like a backstroke. And we can keep this in our shoulders here, or we can invite it all the way into our spine and dipping that elbow down as we go back. And whenever you're ready, you can start to rotate in the opposite direction, bringing those elbows forward. And go ahead and release those elbows. Do a couple shoulder rolls back, couple shoulder rolls forward. Inhale the arms up wide. And as we exhale, we're going to exhale our left arm down to our right knee, coming into a gentle twist. And as you inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. So when we twist, we're twisting first through the belly and allowing the chest and the neck to follow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Striving to get deeper with each stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. We're going to hold here for a little bit. With each exhale, we're striving to twist more and more. Twisting first through the belly. and allowing the chest and the head to follow. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Same thing on this side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to namaste. We're going to come into our tabletop position. Bringing our hands right underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, coming into our cat-cow. Inhaling as we look up, arching the back. Exhaling as we round the back, dropping the chin. Continuing to flow at the pace of our own breath. Matching one breath per movement. We can come into a neutral spine. We're going to curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back for down dog. We can pedal the feet here by bending one knee at a time, sending a stretch out to one leg at a time. Pressing through the palms, pressing the chest towards the hips, towards the thighs. We can straighten both legs and go ahead and walk the feet up to the hands, coming down into forward fold. We're going to slowly roll up like a rag doll, allowing each vertebrae to rise at a time. Inhale the arms up at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. We are going to lift up our left knee, and just to bring it back to come into our high lunge. So we're in our high lunge, back heel is lifted. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. We can exhale, place that back heel down into warrior two. So we just opened up the hips, turn the body sideways, squaring up the hips. Front knee is bent. We're going to lean forward until we can't anymore, and then flip that palm up and back for warrior three. We can keep that knee bent or straighten it. We're going to press through the fingertips, really stretching out that side. And whenever you're ready, we're going to exhale right back into warrior two. And we're just going to lean forward until we can't anymore. Go ahead and place that bottom hand down to the ground and the top hand up. So we can stay here, or we can place our hand on our knee if that's more comfortable. We can also choose to come into a bind here, placing this top arm, so our left arm, behind the back. And then we're just going to reach down with this right arm under that knee to come into that bind. If this range of motion is not doable, stay here, Find whatever works for you in this moment. What is your body looking for? Remember that everything that I say is a suggestion, that ultimately it's our job to find our ease and our flow. Go ahead and exhale that left arm down. We're going to twist, bringing up the right. You can straighten that leg too if that feels good for you. Just make sure we keep a slight bend in all of our joints. Go ahead and place both hands down on either side of that foot. Step the back foot forward. This time we're going to look up as we rise with a straight back. Exhale the way that we just came. Right leg down to forward fold. Let the head hang. Grab each elbow and you can sway back and forth. Nice release in the lower back. Go ahead and inhale up into flat back, releasing the arms. So we just have a completely straight back. Gaze is down towards the ground. We should feel this in the back of our legs, the back of our thighs. Exhale back down to the mat, placing the hands flat on the mat, bending at the knees. Step back into plank. We're doing our chaturanga, so we're going to exhale slowly down to the mat. You can place your knees down if you need to. From here, go ahead and come onto the top of the foot. We're just going to start with a baby cobra. So just gently lifting the chest off of the mat, using the back muscles, opening up the throat. Exhale back down. We can keep our knees here to lift up into tabletop position. To curl the toes under, lifting up and back for downward dog. And from here we can walk, step, jump our feet up to our hands. If you choose to jump, make sure it's a light landing. Look up, inhale up, all the way up into Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite leg. So go ahead and lift up the right leg. Place it back into our high lunge. Just a couple breaths here. Checking our form, making sure that we can see our big toe. So we always want to make sure that our knee is behind our toes. We're going to open up into warrior two, placing that back heel down. Lean forward until you can't anymore. Flip the palm up and back for warrior three. Go ahead and straighten out that front leg. Really stretch out that side. Exhale back into warrior two. Go ahead and bend that front knee again. Lean forward. Decide whether you want to place that elbow on the knee, place the hand down to the mat, or come into that bind. Go ahead and release the hand down to the mat. Right arm goes up to the sky, just to sweep back down and replace the left. So we're twisting here. Bringing up the left arm to the sky, right arm down to the mat. Right arm is next to our left leg. Go ahead and place both hands on either side of the feet. Step that back leg forward. Roll up slowly like a rag down. One more time. Sending some more love to that spine. Inhale, the arms up wide. Exhale with a flat back all the way down to the mat. Inhale up into halfway lift. Flat back. Making sure that you're hugging the shoulder blades together here. Strong back here. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step jump back however you want to get there. Get into our plank. Remember, you can always place the knees down if you need to. Slowly lower the chest down to the mat. This time we're going to come all the way up into Cobra. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Again, hugging those shoulder blades together. We're going to come onto our toes, lift the hips up and back for downward dog. Go ahead and float the right heel to the sky, bend that knee, open up that hip a little bit. We're going to step that front leg forward into our hands. Inhale up into low lunge. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, looking up first. Raising the arms all the way up to the top. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, dive forward once more. Back down into forward fold. Let the head hang. Inhale right back up into flat back, hugging the shoulder blades together. Exhale the hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank. From here again, our chaturanga, keep the core tight. Slowly release down to the mat. Inhale, back up into Cobra. Exhale into downward dog. Float the left heel to the sky. Go ahead and bend the knee, open up that hip. Nice little break here. Go ahead and straighten that leg back up just to swing it up to the hands. Position yourself. Inhale the arms up to high lunge. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring the arms back down to the mat. Step back into the forward fold. Rest here for a moment. Then look up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward, back down into forward fold. Inhale up into flat back. Exhale, the arms down towards the feet. Place the palms down, step or jump back into plank. One last chaturanga, so we're going to stay strong here. Remember, you can always go onto your knees if you need to. I'm going to slowly release the body down. Inhale up into Cobra. Exhale, keep the knees on the mat. Send the knees out wide and rest in that child's pose. Maybe we want to do some high breaths here, really releasing any extra energy that we want to get out. Any stagnant energy. Detoxifying the body through our breath. And whenever you're ready, we can press into our fingertips, pressing the head, or lifting the head up. We're just cupping the hands here. We're going to bring our hands over to the left side and then rest here, stretching out that right side. Go ahead and inhale, press into the fingertips, walk back to center. And whenever you're ready, walk into the opposite side and resting here. Take a nice deep inhale and a full exhale. And whenever you're ready, press into the fingertips again. Walk back to center. And then we're just going to find our way onto our sit bones, coming onto our back. And if we want to use our abs here as we rest ourselves down to the mat, we can use just our abs, or we can also use additional support by placing our hands on the back of our knees and still using our abs to slowly release down to the mat. From here, we can keep our knees bent. Send the knees out a little bit wider than the mat. We're just going to do a couple windshield wipers. Sending the knees off to one side at a time. We can bring our feet together. Straighten the legs out. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, go ahead and exhale that right leg to the knee, hugging it into our knee. Let's give our ankles some love, do some ankle circles. Go ahead and rotate in the opposite direction. We're going to grab that right knee with the left hand and bring the right knee over to the left side. We're keeping our shoulders on the mat, and we're just allowing that knee to fall over to the opposite side. We're not lifting and pressing. We're trying to make it do something that it doesn't naturally fall into. This gentle release in the lower back. And if we are taking extra care of our spine, we also have the option of keeping the feet together and just allowing the knees to fall together to one side. Most important is to make sure that both shoulders are flat on the mat and that we're not popping into place. We're allowing our knees to fall. And whenever you're ready, you can release from that stretch. Bring that knee back over to the right side. Exhale that arm down. Take a nice breath. And on the next exhale, bring the left knee to the chest. Bring that in and do those ankle circles. Giving our ankles some love. Go in the opposite direction. And whenever you're ready, grab that left knee with the right arm. Extend the left arm out to the side. We're just going to allow the left knee to fall over to the right wherever it falls. And remembering that modification if we need to keep both of our knees together for a more gentle stretch. from that stretch. Bring that left knee right back over to the left side. And let's bring both knees to chest, giving ourselves a nice big hug, a nice rock side to side for a nice massage. We're getting ready for our final relaxation. So go ahead and just release the legs back down to the mat. Take up space here, allowing the hands to fall, knees to fall. Grabbing a blanket or whatever we need for optimal comfort during this final relaxation. Maybe we can call attention to our sankalpa, our intention that we set in the beginning of the practice, and our affirmation. I flow freely with ease. And whenever you're ready, we can call attention back to our breath, back to our body, deepening that breath. Wiggling the fingertips and the toes. Maybe we want to roll over to our side, using our arm as a pillow, and rest here for a moment. And whenever you're ready, we can gently press ourselves up into a seated position. Bring the legs in front of us and close out with a collective breath. We're going to inhale the arms up wide. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale the hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you got exactly what you needed. And I bow before you saying namaste. The God in me honors the God in you. Peace. Ahimsa.